Last thing I want to be doing is lacing up the gloves and getting this nice straight hooter punched again.
In the UK, you said?
Yeah.
Could be anywhere else?
Could be, yeah, if he can't get into the UK. But it's me and him, main event. It's going to be a massive event. I think KSI is going to be on it. I think, yeah, going to be massive.
Boxing, MMA?
Boxing.
Delete it, but then I'm driving home. I'm driving home from Ruka on Tuesday, I think it was, and I'm stuck in traffic, so I glanced down at my phone, apologies, and I see on a statement about Darren.
It sounds like he's bottled it again, though, to be honest. Like he accepts, then he thought about it, he had a bad dream, and then he woke up, he phoned you and said...
No, I don't think so.
That is the moment the entire boxing world has been waiting for. The Cobra himself has finally said the words and made it official. After years of talk and speculation, Carl Froch is stepping back into the spotlight, and Darren Till has just signed up for a massive challenge.
You're always saying, is it staged? Is this real? I'll be totally straight with you. This is real. As far as I'm concerned, when somebody starts running the mouth and threatening me, I take it very seriously. This is not staged. This is not a pantomime, as much as it could look like one if I end up in the ring with it.
Since young...
Carl Froch makes it clear he sees this fight as simple work and questions Darren Till's level in professional boxing. The Cobra admits Till has balance and a decent backhand, but he still believes the gap in real boxing experience is massive. Carl Froch clearly sounds confident about what happens when the bell rings.
Easy money. The old Bunsen burner. I'm thinking to myself, hang on a minute. They're giving money away here with these fights because Darren Till's absolutely fucking useless. I'm not being funny. Listen, I'm talking about professional boxing level. At the level he's at, he's done all right. He's got decent balance, throws a decent backhand from a southpaw stance. But
Darren Till fires straight back and does not hold anything in reserve. He calls Carl Froch old and questions his punching power while claiming he is in the best shape of his life. Confidence is one thing, but saying it and proving it against a former world champion are two very different challenges.
But I just thought I'd get the opinion of people that I respect. So I spoke to Rob McCracken, my old coach, and the feedback was positive, more positive than what I thought it would be. I actually broke contact with Eddie Hearn, so there's a bit more to develop on that front. I've also been speaking to Callis Allen, who's really keen.
A relaxed conversation between Carl Froch and Lennox Lewis reveals how confident the Cobra sounds about the matchup. Carl Froch talks through tactics calmly and believes Darren Till would struggle with real boxing fundamentals. Hearing a legend like Lennox Lewis joking about coaching only adds to the growing belief that Carl Froch would control this fight.
So bigger, heavier, potentially, probably not stronger than me. I'm a machine.
Yeah.
I'm like genetically gifted and all that.
And it only takes one punch. And they're not good defensive fighters anyway. They go for the okey doke. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Give him one of those.
Give him a little feint.
Yeah.
Couple of feints, good foot movement, walk him into a shot.
Yeah.
Probably dominate him with a jab.
They don't know about body shots either.
So what are you thinking? Easy work for the Cobra?
Easy work for the Cobra. Can I be your coach, please?
Jump in the corner, man. Easy money for the Lewis machine.
Yeah. I want to be his coach.
Let's have a team,
all right,
man.
Just go out there and knock him out.
Ade Oladipo highlights the danger Darren Till brings from the MMA world and questions how Carl Froch would deal with that after years away from competition. The concern is understandable, but experience like Carl Froch built over a championship career does not disappear overnight.
It's crazy. And he's scary. He's a scary, intimidating man. I don't know if it's the Liverpudlian accent or knowing that he could take this to the ground and finish you that way. I feel like these MMA guys are scary because they know they are the toughest guys on the street, right? It's not just, back in the day, the baddest man on the planet was the boxer. It's not that anymore, is it? I don't know who they're going to find to fight him.
Carl Froch?
I mean, there was a bit of a fight him.
Do you not think?
Well, Carl's not fought for 11 years. I know he still looks great and he hits the bag, but no one's hit him with small gloves for 11 years.
Johnny Nelson makes his view pretty clear about the matchup. He believes Carl Froch still has the strength and experience to smash Darren Till if he truly commits to the preparation. That confidence says a lot because Johnny Nelson knows exactly what elite-level boxing demands.
But if Carl did do it, I think Carl would smash him. But I just don't think he will do it because he's got that memory, he's got that something about him that he's at an age where he's still physically fit enough and strong enough if he commits himself to the preparation for.
Liam Smith points out that Carl Froch is an older version of his prime self, but that doesn't make him any less dangerous. Time away from the ring might have slowed him slightly, yet experience, sharpness, and fight IQ are unmatched. Seeing Carl back in the ring is exciting because he knows exactly how to punish opponents like Darren Till, and his instincts after years of high-level fights will always give him the edge. Fans are in for a calculated yet brutal performance from the Cobra.
In the ring, Carl Froch, unbelievable fighter. Darren Till knows that. Carl Froch is an older version of himself now. Been out the ring a long time. Whether he wants to fight again is a different story. But look, I would love to see it now. Yeah, on the street, it's a no-brainer, to be honest with you.
Eddie Hearn gives his insight, praising Darren Till's effort in boxing, but making it clear that Carl Froch is on another level. Till may have talent and UFC experience, yet Froch's mind for boxing, timing, and ring control is unmatched. Hearn's confidence in Froch shows how legends retain their killer instinct. This isn't just a fight, it's a chess match where Carl Froch has studied every move his opponent can make, ready to exploit weaknesses while displaying the skill that made him a world champion.
Till and Froch, I don't like ex-fighters, especially legends, going in and fighting some YouTuber, right? Now, Till is not that, right? Till is a UFC fighter who has taken his craft to boxing, and he's a talented boxer. I mean, I don't think he's going to, even by his own admissions, I don't think he can go in and mix it with the best in the world, but he can fight, you know. I mean, you can see that because he's cruising through the levels of those other guys, the UFC fighters who just turn over like Rockhold or whatever his name was, right? I love the fight. I love the fight because, and you know why I love the fight? Because I know Froch, right? And I know this is really...
Duke McKenzie emphasizes Froch's professionalism and hunger for real stakes. Carl Froch isn't motivated by empty fights. He thrives when there's a title, a challenge, and the spotlight on him. That mindset makes him so dangerous because he knows when to strike, and he respects only fights worth his energy. Till may have heart, but stepping into the ring with a calculated killer like Froch, whose instincts and experience are sharpened by years of top-level competition, is a completely different challenge. Froch sees the real fight, not just hype.
And then there's Froch, who's been paid to fight. He's used to getting money for knocking guys out. I'm sure if they put enough knocks in front of Carl's Froch, in front of Carl's Froch, then he might rise to it. But he ain't going to rise to it if there's no money on the table, if there's no end goal. If you want to punch up, you can go out in the street and have that any day of the week.
George Groves points out the age factor, but highlights that Carl Froch still remembers every lesson from brutal fights. Looking fit in photos doesn't matter. Real ring experience counts. Froch knows the pain of being hit and how to make opponents pay. Even after years away, his instincts, timing, and desire to fight the right battles make him a threat. While some may doubt his willingness, anyone stepping in the ring with him must respect the Cobra's legacy and readiness to handle any challenge professionally.
Froch versus Till. I don't know, man. He's 48 years old now, Froch. You know, he looks good when he takes a picture, you know, with a moody lighting after a few abs and that. But Darren Till, he's still fighting, isn't he? He still knows what it's like to get punched in the teeth. It's been a while since Froch's been punched in the teeth. So I think he does well. I think it sells. I think if he wants to do it, he should do it. But I got a feeling Froch don't want it. I don't think Froch wants it. I think he says he wants it, but when it comes down to it.
Eddie Hearn acknowledges that time has changed Froch physically, but experience and ring intelligence never fade. While Darren Till may have improved, Carl Froch's skill, tactical awareness, and brutal knockout power from his prime are still potent. Time may make it closer, but Froch's understanding of spacing, counters, and pressure gives him a psychological advantage. This isn't just about punches, it's about knowing when and how to land them. Fans should expect a strategic display from the Cobra that could easily outclass Till despite the years away.
Plus, since he's boxed. So, 10 years ago, he would have smashed Darren Till all over the shop, right? And I think Darren actually, like, for all Darren's madness, he's not an idiot. I think he knows that. But 10 years on, and not having took a punch in 10 years, and definitely gone a bit softer, because that's just life, it all of a sudden becomes, dare I say, a bit of a 50-50.
Liam Smith highlights the mental game surrounding the fight and how Carl Froch's intelligence comes into play. He knows when to avoid unnecessary chaos and control the narrative, showing that the Cobra isn't just a physical threat but a strategic mind. Darren Till's aggression and unpredictability can create hype, but Froch's experience allows him to stay composed under pressure. This fight isn't just about who hits harder, it's about who handles the mental warfare better. Froch has spent years in high-stakes bouts, reading opponents and dictating tempo. Liam's observation reinforces that Carl Froch's edge comes from both skill and ring IQ, allowing him to neutralize Till's antics while exploiting every opening for dominance and precision in the fight.
You want Darren Till jumping off the ring to you, fucking threatening to choke you and all that, you know what I mean? So it's the last thing I'd want anyway, so fucking I think Carl just got off rather than have the aggro of, you know, Darren Till in front of him, screaming, shouting and spitting in his face.
I'll ask you for a prediction. Carl Froch versus Till on the streets and in the ring. 2 scenarios, who wins?
Oh, look, I don't know, it's all, look, on the street, I think we know who wins.
Johnny Nelson points out the tension between opportunity and ego. Carl Froch has the confidence to claim he could smash Darren Till in 6 weeks, showing the Cobra's unmatched self-belief. But this fight isn't just about physical ability, it's a psychological test of who wants it more. Till may have energy and aggression, but Froch knows how to exploit mistakes. Money, fame, and legacy are factors, yet Carl's experience and calculated approach suggest he won't rush without a plan. The fight is shaping up as a clash of willpower and strategy versus raw aggression. Nelson's insight gives fans a glimpse into the mental chess unfolding behind the hype, confirming that Froch is not just returning for spectacle, but for a statement.
One of the main men of the zone saying, look, there is an appetite there. So now the conversation is, will Carl do it? Carl's saying, give me 6 weeks, I'll smash him. Carl won't do it. Carl doesn't need to do it. Carl's got mad money, as he says. And the thing is that I think will keep him out is ego. God forbid he went in with Till and got turned over.
Dominic Ingley shares personal experience that illustrates Carl Froch's dedication to boxing and the respect he commands among peers. Froch's professionalism, curiosity, and commitment to learning make him a lethal fighter, even after time away. Listening to sparring stories and insights from the ring proves that Carl's knowledge extends beyond his own fights. He understands strategy, pressure, and timing at the highest level. Respect from fellow fighters and trainers shows the Cobra's enduring influence and authority in the sport. For Darren Till, stepping into the ring means facing someone who has not only power but also decades of accumulated wisdom, instinct, and adaptability. Froch's legacy isn't just his wins, it's the aura and intelligence he brings that turns every fight into a masterclass.
And not only did I see him box, I had people sparring him, I had sparring partners for him. You know, when he boxed for Mick Hennessy, we sat down and talked a lot when we were over in America and places, and we took, you know, he was a big Nas fan, he was a big fan of my dad, and I always remember one fight he had, Junior Witter boxing in America, and we're coming back, and he was sat in the airport with us for a good 1 or 2 hours talking about boxing and everything like that. So, you know, from that point of view, you know, I've got a lot of respect for Cole.
Pain Game perfectly sums up why Carl Froch remains intimidating despite years out of the ring. He's bigger than he looks, deceptively fit, and has maintained peak conditioning. The respect from figures like Eddie Hearn shows that Froch's reputation is built on both skill and toughness. For Till, this isn't a casual challenge. This is stepping up against a fighter whose presence alone commands attention. The combination of strength, technique, and mental fortitude makes Froch the kind of opponent every fighter fears. Standing in the same corner as him or facing him in the ring is proof that Carl Froch is still one of boxing's most formidable forces.
Like, Carl's a genuine, like, world champion level fighter, and he's actually bigger than you'd think, right, when you meet him. He's a lot younger than John, and his peak was outrageously good, right? And he's kept himself in shape. And even now, I remember I had a chat with Eddie Hearn, like, about, like, you know, what fighter you've met is, like, the toughest fighter. And he said to me, like, if I'm ever in a bit of bother, the man I want standing next to me at a pub or whatever is Carl.
The stage is set and the tension is insane. Carl Froch has confirmed a fight with Darren Till, and the boxing world is holding its breath. Everyone knows Froch's reputation, as the Cobra is built on precision power and decades of high-stakes championship fights. He hasn't lost that instinct, and every punch he throws carries the weight of experience. Darren Till is young, hungry, and full of energy, but stepping into the ring with a legend like Froch is a completely different challenge: the mental edge. belongs to Froch, who knows when to press, when to wait, and how to exploit mistakes. Till may surprise some with aggression, but Froch's timing and ring IQ have crushed much bigger threats. Carl still moves like a champion, and his conditioning shows he is ready for a war. If Froch wins, it's another statement reinforcing his legacy, and proving that age and time away cannot dull true greatness. If Till shocks the world, it will be the upset of the decade, but the Cobra's calm confidence makes that unlikely. Fans, this is your moment to join the debate. Who do you see standing tall when the final bell rings? Do you side with the experience of Carl Froch or the fire of Darren Till? Let us know in the comments and get the discussion started.